I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, y'all did not expect to see this coming. Yep, that's right, I'm playing Warzone because, well, I was bored, honestly. And I've been watching this guy on YouTube called FaZe Jev, and he's been around for a long time, but I only just now started watching him. And I was watching his gameplay, and I'm like, why does this look like something I could do? But the nail in the, well, not the nail in the coffin, but I guess the cherry on top of the cake that said, happy first Warzone deployment, Jet, was when he said, yeah, we have casuals now. And I said, casuals? So, wait, hold on. If there's a casuals, then that must mean there's a sweaty, right? Because if the opposite's false, then the alternative is true. So like I said, if there's a sweaty, then there gotta be a casual too. But anyway, I was like, casual? Well, what does this mean? And then he said, yeah, it's a mixture of bots and players. So people who just want to get that win, if not are brand new to Warzone, can hop into this mode and they can get the Warzone experience without all the sweats. I said, run that by me again. And so with all that being said, and ingested into my brain, I said, dog, you only YOLO once. Let me go ahead and boot this shit up. So here I am. Black Ops, not Black Ops 6. I don't have that. Warzone, first time. No loadout, nothing. I have not played a single match in Call of Duty since like fucking, I don't know, Black Ops 2. Actually no, I take that back. Duh. I played DMZ when it was alive and undergoing updates, but to be honest with you all, that game, if not game mode if you will, is a PvP hellscape. Rocket launcher, oh not rocket launcher, or freaking grenade launchers. I've watched people on YouTube, a guy named Dylan, a guy named Onic. He's really freaking good. Both of them just straight up like wipe entire lobbies, but they're so cool and so chill about it. And the fact they're so cool and so chill about it makes them even more intimidating. So I said, dog, yeah, nah, that's not for me no more. It's not. And if you sit here and you think, Jet, you're sweaty because you know spawn points, don't play Call of Duty, because then everyone in your eyes is a sweat. I just do it because I have good memory, and like I keep telling you all, Vigor is stale. But enough about that. I'm on Warzone because, like I said, I was bored. Guys, I'm so brand new to this damn game that I don't have any loadouts. And I know for all of you Warzone veterans out there, a loadout drop is what you need to feel secure enough. I say feel secure. A loadout drop is kind of the end all be all. And you need that to get your class to sit here and actually play the game like it's team deathmatch, but no, not team deathmatch, like it's free for all, but you actually have your kit so you know what to do. Me, I don't got that. You know what I'm saying? I just got headphones and some ground loot. And yes, I know what that means, ground loot. But yeah, this is all I have. So what I do know is that once you get enough money, you're supposed to just spam UAVs and just hunt down a lobby. I don't see that as sweaty. I see that as an advantage. Because you sat here and you got all these people, got all their cash, what else are you going to spend it on? I mean, this ain't like Black Ops 2 Transit where you put the money into a bank and the next match you go out and get the money and do some kind of glitch to get all 8 pet perks or whatever. Or is it 6? You get the point though. I think that's a viable tactic. But this right here, Call of Duty sniping, I'm just going to say it. This shit's satisfying. It is. Like, is it more satisfying than Vigor? Yeah, probably, yeah. But we cannot sit here and compare apples to oranges. Call of Duty has a whole development team. Vigor is just a practice girl for developers. And if you know what I mean by practice girl, then you know. And if you don't know, your mind is too pure. And I respect you for that. I do. But look, I don't know what's a good gun. I don't know what's a bad gun. I know in Call of Duty you're supposed to customize your guns to have like minimal recoil and be best at a certain range and all this other good stuff. Basically build your weapon like how you want to play it. To me, that sounds like fun. To me. But I simply do not have the mental capacity to sit here and look at each rifle, each assault rifle, each submachine gun, and look at all the attachments and then think, 78 meter one-shot headshot range. Nah, can we get that to 80? And I sit here for like 20 minutes trying to spec out the rifle to hit headshot at 80 meters. Like, I respect y'all for that, dog. I do. And I see, like, sometimes on my feed, I see, you know, best freaking loadout for solos, best loadout for quads, and best loadout for duos. I'm not gonna lie to you. This shit does get overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? It does. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I wouldn't try it. You know, I wouldn't try it. But then again, you gotta have some huge dedication to ensure that you have 5 loadouts that you trust with your virtual life to sit here and win your lobbies. Like I said, a guy named Opix, however you pronounce his name, my apologies. He covers different weapons every time he deploys out. And I say, you gotta have immense skill for that, bruh. You got to. And you know what, speaking of him, he plays a lot of Rebirth, Resurgence, sometimes solos versus duos, solos versus quads. That's great for him. That is sincerely great for him. Look at me over here talking about other people, and I'm not focused at all on my gameplay. You're right, I'm not. Because essentially, my dear people, essentially, how I play in Vigor is, I'm going to say it, embrace yourself, it ain't going to work here. It's not. Running around with headphones, it's great and all, but guess what? There's a lot more people who consider headphones to be standard on Call of Duty than they do on Vigor. I heard some people play music while playing Vigor. I'm like, are you trying to commit virtual suicide by a person? Because more times than not, if you play music in the background while playing Vigor, you're not going to hear shit. And like we all know, Vigor is dead quiet until you hear a bush move. And then that's when you hear fucking Thompson rounds from a nearby bush, which is a bush that someone was in, but you didn't hear them. Yeah. But like I said, in Call of Duty, a lot more people wear headphones. And I've said this before. No, I haven't said this before. If I had wore headphones in my DMZ days, I would have probably played better. But I didn't take that game seriously enough. I mean, would you? And oh yeah, Jet's Last Stand right here. That guy. Wait, hold on. I mean to ask y'all something too. Can we use throwing knives in Warzone? Cause I need them. That's what I do need. And yeah, I'm just pinned right now. This guy, I'm pretty sure that's a player. I'm pretty sure. But I'm looking at these weapons and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. But I also need to push up out of here. You see, I'm looking around, but I also hear a guy above me. You see that? Yeah. I'm kind of petrified a little bit. And honestly, I'm looking at my weapon on my bottom right hand side of my screen. And I'm walking forward and dude. Oh, I thought he was going to appear just now. Gas mask. Yep, right there. I'm looking at my weapon. And I'm like, oh, this shit look nice. Oh, shit. Yep. Tunnel vision in a tunnel while having no vision. That shit crazy. Oh, actually, I think I was trying to figure out how to put down my gas mask. And yes, that is indeed a player. Yeah, that's a player. That's for sure. So now we're looking at my first time in a gulag. I've heard memes. I've heard stories. I've seen clips. But never have I ever actually been inside a gulag before. So I don't know what to expect. Other than I know not to look in a direction that you're going to go toward. And yeah. I just killed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle head ass nigga. But anyway, now we're back. And I know that you can go back to the spot where you died at to try to get your stuff. But plot twist, I don't have any stuff to get. So I'm completely down with scavenging, trying to find some more weapons, and doing it all over again. And look, just to be clear here, I'm not expecting to win. I'm really not. Like, bots or not, This is my first time doing this shit. You really think I'm like that inherently good at shooter games? No. Now, if you sit here and put a racing game in front of me, then yes, I'm gonna do my best to get first place. But hell, you're fighting other players who, let's face it, have been doing this for a good amount of time. I remember when the whole battle royale scene first came to Call of Duty. And keep in mind, this was like Battlefield 3 days when it was in its prime. I'm sitting here looking at fucking, what was it called? Warzone 1, I believe. Me being a Battlefield player and just, okay, hold on, let me say this. I confess my sin. I traded in Black Ops 2 to get Battlefield 3. I had them both, but I looked at Battlefield 3 and I seen a jet. I said, I want that. And I traded in Black Ops 2. That's my sin. I confess my sin. So anyway, me playing on Battlefield 3, and I was looking at Warzone 1. Maybe it was Battlefield 4. I was looking at Warzone 1, and I was like, since when the fuck do you drive cars in Call of Duty? She makes no sense to me. And I just, put it to the side, kept playing Battlefield 3, kept playing Battlefield 4, and then Battlefield 1 came out, and I played that for a few months, and then I got bored with it, and I dropped shooter games all together. And then came Vigor. That's how it got started there. But anyway, I say all that because, like I said, I'm not expecting to do well, but also, this game just might have piqued my interest. Now, don't sit here and think that, Jet, you about to become a Call of Duty YouTuber now? Oh, that's so cool. No. All I'm saying is I'm expanding my horizons and I'm scratching an itch that's been developing because whenever I have some time to myself, I watch the two guys that I mentioned, Dylan, Onik, and Opix, and they just play Call of Duty. And I'm like, dog, these headshots, I want to pull off those on somebody. So, here I am. So what I do know is you get 2 tries in this here game mode. One time you go to the gulag and you might get lucky and get a jailbreak, or maybe that's another mode. And I'm just heading right back to where I just died at. That's not what you want. Also, I picked up this here Car 98 because I know it's good. Or at least I've heard that it's good. But also, I'm kind of near where I just died at. It's not good. But also, here's a game mechanic I have to get used to. The circle closes. Yeah, and as we all know in Vigor, it's just a straight line at the end of the match. But in this game, the fucking radiation's always upon you, so you gotta keep moving. Got to. And honestly, I'm glad Vigor doesn't do this. Because then it'll just be like playing the same damn game. And this is like using a Mosin on Vigor, dog. It's like, I know someone's there, I'm trying to hit them, but like I said, first time, my muscle memory ain't good. It's developing. So there's a guy in here. And the phone's ringing too. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, there's a guy here. Trying to find him out. Oh, there he is. And there he isn't. And I wish I had throwing knives, but I mean, thermite will do.
Blood for blood.
Can't get too mad at that. But yes, so there's a guy over there too. But I kinda don't want to ruin my muscle memory when it comes to Vigor. I mean, you all see the shots I hit with the M82. And it's my first time getting a perk package, I want to say. This is my first time. No. Damn. Y'all see what I can do with the M82, okay? I don't want to get too used to Call of Duty because then there goes my muscle memory for Vigor. You know? Back in my younger days, I could play multiple of the same kind of game in a day and not feel phased. Now, yeah, my brain developed and it's taking over more of my body, which means, yeah, my muscles are just not it right now. So I pull over here, think I hear somebody, and it turns out I do hear somebody. But that somebody, yeah, I just look like a complete and total noob right there, and dude just turned to his right and just saw me right there, so it is what it is. So for my first Warzone deployment, I got 55th, I want to say. I wish it was top 50, but hey, can't get too mad. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you want to see more.